It's time for North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network, and it starts right now.
Good evening and welcome to North Myrtle Beach Chiefs baseball here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network as it's day 2 here at the Mingo Bay Classic as the Chiefs get set to take on the Patriot Pioneers. Sorry for the slightly delayed pregame start as it's been a bit of a hectic evening getting stats and lineups and all of that. Chiefs come in ranked number 8th in 4A according to the coaches poll, ranked 7th in the 4A rankings according to Max Preps. They come in with an 11-6 record after losing last night to Legion Collegiate 8-2. Patriot Pioneers, meanwhile, come into this game with a 3-1 record. Their game yesterday was a 12-5 win over Greenbrier Christian Academy. So Chiefs will try to rebound in this one, but they're going to have a tough battle as the Pioneers have a very good team. Lots of Division I talent on this team. We'll get you all that information as we go along this evening. But first, give you the starting lineup. First for the Pioneers, it will be number 8 Max Earhart leading it off and playing shortstop. Batting second, and the second baseman is Caleb Ramey. He is number 5. Number 3, A.J. Shepard will bat third and catch. The cleanup hitter will be the designated hitter, number 4, Mason Balsas. Number 17, Kyle Vandenberg will bat fifth and play right field. The center fielder, Matthew Boyd, will bat sixth. He is number 7. The number 7 hitter, number 13, Ryan Fivey, is the third baseman. The number 8 hitter will be the first baseman, number 10, Hayden Goff. And rounding things off, number 19, Grady Lanahan. He will be the left fielder as the first pitch is a strike on the low inside corner. And we are underway. Start time just a little after the scheduled start time at 6:30. 6:33 start as the lefty, the 0-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike 2. And it's 0-2. The lefty, Josh Surigao, is on the mound for the Chiefs this evening. And he quickly gets ahead 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Ball just a little low and inside. And it's a 1-2 count now. Very sunny day here. Clear skies. A few clouds in the sky, but nothing too bad. Sunny, however, out there. As the 1-2 is a ball up and in. And it's a 2-2 count now. 70 degrees outside. It's been a beautiful day here on the Grand Strand here in North Myrtle Beach throughout the day. And a great evening with some great baseball ahead for you guys this evening as that ball is grounded into the hole. Backhanded by Simpson at short. Thrown on to first base in time but wide. Gets away from Gerganis at first, gets all the way back to the fence, and Oxendine catching was not backing him up very well, and in the process, Earhart is able to get to second base. So mark that as an E6, getting 2 bases, and that'll bring up Caleb Ramey, the second baseman. That'll give me the opportunity to give you the defensive line alignment for the Chiefs. It's the Halls in the outfield, left and center, Chance and Trace respectively. And then on the right side, as the first pitch is swung on and missed for strike 1. And it's 0-1 to Caleb Ramey. On the right side is Sturgeon. Third and first in the infield, McCormick, Simpson, May, and Gerganis. And Oxendine is doing the catching for Josh Surigao. The 0-1 pitch is called strike at the knees, and it's quickly 0-2 to Caleb Ramey. Ramey comes into this game with a 154 batting average, 3 runs, and 3 RBI. The 0-2 is a called strike 3 on the low inside corner, and there's one away. That'll bring up A.J. Shepard, the catcher. Shepard batting .333 on the season with 7 runs and 5 RBI. Runner on second base, one away here in the top half of the first inning. Shepard is a perfect 1,000 with runners in scoring position, and that's a called strike on the low inside corner, and it's 0-1. Surigao locating his pitches very well thus far. The 0-1 pitch is a ball low, and it's a 1-1 count now. Aces are wild, 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. Quick scouting report for Surigao as he gets set and deals the 1-1. That's a called strike at the knees again, and it's 1-2 now. Surigao, first the stats for him. This is his 4th start of the season, 9th appearance. Has a 1.25 ERA, .94 whip. Has 6 walks and 35 strikeouts as that ball's fouled off. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Throws a 79 to 83 mile an hour fastball, 79 mile an hour curveball, 70 mile an hour slider, and a 79 mile an hour changeup. 70 mile an hour slider and a 70 mile an hour curveball. The 1-2 once more tried to catch the low outside corner, but a little bit off the mark. And it's now a 2-2 count. And Surigao now steps off the rubber. He'll talk with Oxendine a little bit. Just try to settle things down a little bit. And we will see. This is day 2 here at the Mingo Bay Classic, and all of the local teams are playing right now. We'll go through some games from yesterday in a little bit, as the 2-2 pitch is a ball outside, and Shepard works the count full. The payoff pitch. Called strike 3 at the knees, and there are 2 away. Great location on that pitch at the plate. And there are now 2 away after giving up the first base runner off of the error. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Mason Balsas. The first pitch to Balsas is a ball low and away, and it's a 1-0 count. Balsas this season batting .125 with 5 runs and 1 RBI. The pitch swung on and missed, a big hack by Balsas, but he's not able to catch up to it, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1. Ball up and in. And it's now a 2-1 count. Two and 1, 2 away here in the top half of the first inning. Still a scoreless ball game. The pitch. Strike right down the heart of the plate. And it's now a 2-2 count. Long looking by Surigao. Now he sets and deals. And that is just a little high. And the count will be full now. The payoff pitch to come. Surigao gets the sign, now deals. And that ball's fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 3-2. This is the first time these two teams have ever faced off against each other. And that's one of the great things about the Mingo Bay Classic and bringing all these teams from around the East Coast down here to South Carolina. You get to see all of the different talent around the country. The pitch, that misses high and away. And Balsas works a walk. That'll bring up Kyle Vandenberg, the right fielder. Vandenberg batting .385 thus far this season with 4 runs and 5 RBI. First pitch is swung on and grounded foul down the third base line. Just a little dribbler that rolled foul. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Right down the heart of the plate, and it's 0-2. Just it didn't really look like it was a changeup, but also it didn't look like it was nearly as fast as Surigao's normal fastball. An interesting pitch there, and it completely froze Vandenberg. The 0-2. Ball just off the outside black, and Oxendine thought it was strike 3 and started walking back towards the Chiefs' dugout. But the home plate umpire says, nope, come on back. It's now 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. And now they're going to call a balk on Surigao, and that will allow both runners to advance. So now 2 runners in scoring position with 2 away. And this is a big moment early on in this game. As that pitch is swung on and popped high, losing it in the sun, and the right fielder Sturgeon has to come in himself and make the catch. Izzy May at second lost it in the sun, even though the sun's behind the right field wall, lost it in the clouds, and Sturgeon had to come in to make the catch. So no runs on no hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. Chiefs' first chance to come up to the plate in the bottom half of the first inning with the scoreless 0-0. We'll keep it right here real quick since I didn't have much of a chance to talk in the pregame show. Give you the starting lineup for the Chiefs now. It'll be number 6, Chance Hall will lead it off. He'll play left field. Number 2, Grayson Simpson will bat second and play shortstop. The first baseman moving over to first from pitching yesterday, Burgess Gerganis, number 17, will bat third. The cleanup hitter will be number 19, Luke Roop, and he'll be the designated hitter. Batting fifth and playing center field will be number 12, Trace Hall. Batting sixth, number 5, Alan McCormick. He will be the third baseman. The second baseman, number 3, Izzy May, will bat seventh. Batting eighth and playing right field is number 11, Chase Sturgeon. And rounding things off in the ninth spot is the catcher, number 9, C.J. Oxendine. And they will face off against Jacob Foster. Jacob Foster will give you his particulars right now. This is his second game started. Both of his games that he played in, he started. Both of his appearances have been starts. He has a 1-0 record. with a 3.11 ERA, 1.22 whip, 17 strikeouts, and 5 walks. Throws an 83 to 85 mile an hour fastball, 70 mile an hour curveball, 75 mile an hour slider, and a 78 mile an hour changeup. As Chance Hall steps into the box to lead it off for the Chiefs. The first pitch to Hall with 15 runs and 10 RBI. He has had a great season thus far. The 0-1 pitch. That ball is swung on and lofted foul down the right field line. And it's an 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch. Ball just off the outside black. And it's now a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Check swing, and they're going to check, and he did not go around. So it's now a 2-2 count. The 2-2 pitch. Ball low and away, and Hall works the count full back from 0-2. The payoff pitch to Hall is swung on and lofted down the right field line, and it will drop foul out of play. And we'll do it all over again at 3-2. That ball just sliced down the line. The right fielder, Vandenberg, tried to make a play for it, but just sliced out of play. The payoff pitch once again. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's one away. That will bring up Grayson Simpson, the shortstop. Simpson batting .275 thus far this season. Has 7 runs and 6 RBI. The first pitch to Simpson, strike at the knees. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. That ball is swung on and grounded over to the second baseman, Ramey. He'll field it, throw on to first base in time for the second out of the inning. That'll give me the opportunity to give you the defensive alignments for the Pioneers. It is Lenahan, Boyd, and Vandenberg left to right in the outfield. Fivey, Earhart, Ramey, and Goff in the infield third to first. And Shepard is doing the catching for Jacob Foster as Burgess Gerganis steps into the box. He takes the first pitch strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Ball low, and it's a 1-1 count. Gerganis season batting .250 with 11 runs, 2 home runs, and 12 RBI. That pitch swung on and fouled back. And it's now a 1-2 count. The 1-2 pitch. Ball low. Tried to throw a changeup to get Gerganis to chase, but Gerganis with good plate discipline right there. The 2-2. Ball just a little low again. Trying to use that pitch down as a purpose pitch. Trying to get Gerganis to chase it. But Gerganis, on both of those last 2 pitches, having good plate discipline. The payoff pitch. That ball fouled back. And we'll do it all over again at 3-2. The payoff pitch. And Gerganis looks at one that misses just a little bit off the plate outside. And some very good plate discipline and plate vision for Gerganis to work the wall. So Gerganis keeps the inning alive. That'll bring up Luke Roop, the designated hitter. Roop on the season, batting .417 with 8 runs, 1 home run, 13 RBI. He goes first pitch swinging and lines it up the middle into center field for a 2-out single. And the Chiefs are trying to get something going offensively here in the bottom half of the first inning. That'll bring up Trace Hall. Hall batting .366 on the season with 17 runs, 1 home run, 11 RBI. And would love to get a hit right here. The first pitch to Hall. Called strike at the knees. And it's 0-1. Trace Hall has been very good, very effective with runners in scoring position. Would love to keep that stat line up right here. The 0-1. That ball is swung on and hit over to the right side of the infield, fielded by the pitcher, Foster. And he flips over to first base in time for the final out of the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 1 full, it's still scoreless here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Pioneers as we head to the top half of the second inning. Not quite 7th yet. But number 7, Matthew Boyd, steps into the box. He is the center fielder. The first pitch to Boyd is swung on and lofted out into straightaway center field, going a little deeper than I originally expected, but ranging back and able to make the catch is Trace Hall for out number 1. That ball did not sound like it was going very deep off of the bat, but it carried. The wind not really blowing all that much, but it made Hall have to back up a little bit. But he was able to make the catch for out number 1. That'll bring up Ryan Fivey. The first pitch to Fivey is a strike on the inside black, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch is a good changeup that got Fivey out in front of it. He wailed at that one. He reached out for that one, tried to shank it, but just couldn't reach it. And now it's an 0-2 count. The 0-2 pitch. That ball swung on and grounded up the middle, sliding for it and getting it is Simpson at short, even though he had to come onto the right side of second base, but he is not able to make the throw in time to beat Fivey at first. So count that as an infield single. And now there's a runner on first base with 1 away. That'll bring up Hayden Goff, the first baseman. Kind of surprising, that ball was hit on the right side of second base, yet for some reason Simpson, the shortstop, went for it instead of Izzy May. The first pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's an 0-1 count to Hayden Goff. Goff batting .455 thus far this season with 1 run and 3 RBI. Pickoff throw over to first base, keeping 5E close. Chiefs wearing their blue uniforms today with the yellow striping. And the Chiefs, as that pitch is fouled off. And it's now an 0-2 count. Oh, no, there was a bit of confusion. There was a bit of confusion on that play as Goff was going on that, and the Chiefs at first, everyone thought it was a foul ball, but then the umpires never called it, and so Goff started going to first base, got to first safely, 5E got to second, and now the umpires are discussing whether to call it a foul ball or not. And now the home plate umpire will go talk to the Patriot manager over at third base. And we'll have to wait and see what the official ruling is. It would appear, although now 5E is at second, so we'll wait to see official confirmation on this. And is going to talk with the field umpire about this. So we'll have to wait and see as they play the Jeopardy music. Always fun when moments like this happen. But we'll have to wait and see what the official ruling is on this. And looks like they've settled it. For some reason, not exactly sure how 5E ended up at second. And they're actually calling Goff. Yeah, they're going to. Oh, okay. Yeah, they're going to give Goff the hit. He was called out at first. As that first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1 to Grady Lenahan. The 0-1 pitch to Lenahan is a ball, gets away from Oxendine, and that wild pitch will allow 5E to advance to third. So first run of the ball game just 90 feet away. So runner at third base now. That pitch is swung on and popped foul out of play. They're going to count that as a ground. They're going to count the Goff play as a ground out to the third baseman. 1-2 count now. 2 away. Runner on third base. Grady Lenahan batting 100 on the season thus far with 3 runs and 1 RBI. The 1-2. Swung on and fouled off again, and we'll do it all over again at 1-2. Like I was mentioning before, Chiefs wearing their blue uniforms with the white, or with the yellow striping, yellow lettering, and the Chiefs logo, the baseball logo on the front. As that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3, and that will end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base after 1.5, still scoreless here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 6, 7, 8 due up for the Chiefs in the bottom half of the second inning as Alan McCormick, the third baseman, steps into the box. The first pitch to McCormick is bunted. A perfectly placed bunt as a drop bunt right in the middle of the diamond. That ball is thrown and is caught reaching out. Oh, no, they're going to actually say that McCormick was able to beat the throw. That was a bang-bang play, but a great job by Goff regardless, having to reach out into fair territory as that ball was thrown well to his right, and he had to reach out to make that catch. Was able to catch the ball, but they will say that McCormick beat it out. So that's a bunt single for McCormick, and that'll bring up Izzy May, who he squares around to bunt himself, pulls the bat back, but takes a called first strike, and it's 0-1. Runner on first base, nobody out. Chiefs trying to play some small ball to get something going as a pickoff throw over to first base, keeping McCormick close. Izzy May on the season batting .208 with 8 runs and 4 RBI. The 0-1 pitch, another bunt attempt, but he pulls it back. This time takes a ball low in the dirt. And it's 1-1. Good block by Shepard, keeping it in front of him. Patriot wearing their white jerseys with the black lettering. Patriot on the front with the black caps with the white brim. Chiefs didn't get a chance to mention earlier, as that ball is grounded, a high chopper thrown on. Actually, the pitcher Foster was able to get it off the bounce, threw over to second base to Ramey for one on the first in time for the double play. So mark that as a 1-6-3 double play, and just like that, the leadoff single is erased. Actually, 1-4-3, excuse me. But just like that, the leadoff single is erased. And now there are 2 away. That'll bring up Chase Sturgeon. First pitch to Sturgeon is a ball, and it's an 0-1 count. Or 1-0 count, excuse me. The 1-0 pitch. Called strike on the high inside corner. And it's an 0-2 count. Sturgeon, thus far this season, batting, has not gotten a hit yet in 10 at-bats. Would love to get one right here. And that is a ball. Now a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch. That ball is swung on and lofted into center field. That'll drop in front of the center fielder Boyd. In there for a single. The first hit of the season for Sturgeon. And the Chiefs keep the inning alive with 2 away. And that'll bring up C.J. Oxendine. C.J. Oxendine batting .333 thus far this season. The first pitch to Oxendine. Swung on and missed. A filthy fastball, just blown it by Oxendine. Great pitch by Foster. He just basically put it right down the hard plate. Said, here, you want to try a hit? See if you can catch up to it. And Oxendine could not. And it's an 0-1 count. The 0-1 pitch. Changeup misses low. 1-1 count. We're here at the Hank Hester Sports Complex in Little River, South Carolina. 310 to both fences. 310 to both poles. And 355 to straightaway center field. That pitch, a called strike on the outside black, and it's now a 1-2 count. This is a great field. They've got the Chiefs banner surrounding home plate. The brick backstop with the padding right behind home plate as that pitch is swung on and missed. A changeup that got Oxendine out in front, and that'll end the inning. So no runs on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 2 fulls, still scoreless here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Top of the order due up for the Pioneers as we head to the top half of the 3rd inning. Max Earhart steps into the box. He is 0 for 1 today, reached on an error to lead off the game for the Pioneers and got all the way to 3rd, and that's where he was stranded. First pitch to Earhart is a changeup that hits the knees, and it's 0-1. Josh Surigao out there for his 3rd inning of work. The 0-1 pitch. Swung on and lofted out into right center field. That'll drop in there for a base hit. And that'll be a leadoff single for Earhart. Put a runner on first base with nobody out for the Pioneers. That'll bring up Caleb Ramey. He's 0 for 1 today. Struck out looking in the 1st inning. The first pitch, long looking by Surigao. Now he gets set. The first pitch to Ramey. Called strike at the knees. And it's 0-1. Surigao is the 3rd ranked left-handed pitcher in the state of South Carolina. 41st ranked player overall in the state of South Carolina. As that pitch is swung on and popped high into shallow right center field. That will be caught for the first out of the inning by the right fielder. That'll bring up A.J. Shepard. He's 0 for 1. Struck out looking in the 1st inning. Surigao is considered a high follow prospect according to Perfect Game USA. That pitch misses low and inside. 1-0 count. Oh, Shepard. And he'll take first on the hit by a pitch. So that'll bring up Mason Balsas, who does not have an official at-bat yet today. Worked a walk in the 1st inning. The first pitch to Balsas is a ball low, and it's a 1-0 count. Surigao, during the non-high school season, plays for USA Prime Mid-Atlantic. And he can throw he throws all of the 4 major pitches At least every now and again. At least can, if he so chooses. The 1-0 pitch. Misses up and away. And it's a 2-0 count. Runners on first and second base, one away here in the top half of the third inning. Still a scoreless ball game. The 2-0 changeup misses low. And it's a 3-0 count. Sun starting to set through the trees here in Little River. The field lights starting to become more of a factor as that misses up and away. And that's a 4-pitch walk for Balsas, and that will load the bases. That will bring up Kyle Vandenberg. He is 0 for 1 today. Flew out to right field to end the first inning. The first pitch as Surigao gets set and now deals. First pitch fouled off behind the screen, and it's 0-1. The Chiefs, in spite of not having who everyone expected their ace to be in Cam Freeman this season due to injury, their pitching staff has actually done a very good job thus far this season. As that pitch is swung on and missed, a good changeup that got Vandenberg to swing out in front of it. And it's now an 0-2 count. Between Surigao, it's a young staff, but between Surigao and Gerganis doing some work and Roop, they've been very good thus far this season. As that pitch misses outside, it's a 1-2 count. A lot of Chiefs fans were worried about how this team would do without their ace in the beginning of the season, but they've done quite well. As that misses inside and gets away from Oxendine, and that pass ball will allow Earhart to score the first run of the game. And the two other runners will also advance. So now there are runners at second and third with one away, and it's now a 1-0 ball game. 2-2 count now. The 2-2. That ball is lofted into right center field. Sliding and not able to make the catch is Hall. That will only allow one run to score, as both runners had to hold up to make sure it wasn't caught. But Shepard will be able to score. And in the process, Vandenberg advances to second, and Balsas advances to third, and it's now a 2-0 ball game. We'll have to wait to see how that's going to be scored. But either way, that'll bring up Matthew Boyd, and it's now a 2-0 game. Boyd 0 for 1 today, flew out to center field. And they are going to count that a double. They're going to give it was going to be a tough play either way, as that ball is swung on and missed. A good fastball just blasted it by Boyd. So they're going to count that as a 1-run double. The 0-1 fouled off, and it's 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Long look in by Surigao. Now he gets set. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And there are 2 away. That'll bring up Ryan Fivey. He is 1 for 1 today with a single. Fivey is batting .429 with runners in scoring position and would love to keep that average going up. That's a strike on the inside part of the plate, and it's 0-1. Would love to get a hit here and try to double the Pioneers' lead. Currently 2-0 here in the top half of the 3rd inning. The 0-1 is swung on and popped high to the left side, down the left field line. That will drop in there into no man's land down the left field line. Both Simpson and McCormick were going out, and just no one. Hit into that Bermuda Triangle area down the lines, and no one knew who was supposed to take it. And as a result, it will drop in there for a 2-run single. And that does double the lead. It's now 4-0. That'll bring up Hayden Goff. That pitch is swung on and hit out into left field. And that will drop in there for a base hit. And now the bats of the Pioneers are starting to come to life. And they are about to bat around the order. They've gotten up to the number 9 hitter. That'll bring up Grady Lenahan. And we'll have to wait to see if they complete the batting around the order and get back to the top. The first pitch to Lenahan. Ball high, and it's a 1-0 count. This game is very familiar or very similar to what happened last night, where the Chiefs, the starter for the Chiefs in last night's case, Gerganis, as that pitch is swung on and missed, and it's a 1-1 count. Last night, Gerganis, tonight, Surigao, first 2 innings, they shut the offenses of the opposing team down, and it looks like they have good command, and they're going to keep this game a scoreless game or, a pitcher's duel. But then in the third, the offense of the opposing team in the second go-around start to catch on to what the starter is going to be throwing. As that pitch is fouled off, it's a 1-2 count now. But, that's one of the old adages as a pickoff throw over, and there was no one covering, but luckily getting it in time before it went out into center field is Simpson. But that's one of the old adages for baseball is, the first go-around, you're just kind of trying, especially in high school, where you don't really have tape to go off of. You don't really have scouting reports or anything like that other than, what you can get on Perfect Game, as that ball is fouled back out of play. And we'll do it again at 1 and 2. You have to feel out a starter before you can really know what he's going to be doing, what kind of stuff he has, all of those things. That first go-around is always more so dominated by the pitcher, and then once you get into that second go-around, then you really see who the better offense is. As that pitch misses low. And it's a 2-2 count. Deuces are wild. 2 on, 2 out, and a 2-2 count. The 2-2. Fouled back again. And if nothing else, this is a quality at-bat for Grady Lenahan. As he's been fouling off a lot of pitches and making Surigao throw a good few pitches. Surigao already up to 61 pitches with only 2 2/3 gone through thus far. So you have to wonder, especially in high school, as that pitch is popped high to the right side of the infield. We'll see if it stays in play. It will not. It will just fly over the fence. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. But like I was saying, it's one thing in college, and especially in the pros, where your pitch count is, 100, 100, not quite 150, but, 100, 110 maybe. But when you're in high school, the high school pitch count is a lot less. As that pitch is a ball just off the outside black. And it will now be a full count. The payoff pitch. That ball is swung on and popped high into shallow right field, coming out and making the catch is May at second base. And that will end the inning. But not before the Pioneers put 4 runs on the board. 4 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 2 left on base. After 2.5, it's 4-0 Patriot here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Top of the order due up for the Chiefs in the bottom half of the 4th inning, as they will try to rebound from giving up 4 runs on defense in the last half inning. Chance Hall steps into the box. And just going back to my thought before when it comes to Josh Surigao and figuring out how much longer of a leash he has, as the first pitch is swung and missed, a good fastball right at the knees that gets Hall to swing and miss. And it's 0-1. Hall 0 for 1 today with a strikeout swinging. The 0-1 pitch. Ball just a little low. And it's a 1-1 count. But like I was saying in the last half inning, the max pitches for someone in Surigao's situation is 95. As that pitch is swung on and grounded, hit out into right field in there for a single. And that'll be a leadoff single for Hall. And now there's a runner on first base with nobody out. That'll bring up Grayson Simpson. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out to the second baseman. But so, Surigao, he's still got pitches to spare. But especially with, he's starting to get up to that point as the first pitch is a ball low and away. It's a 1-0 count. He's starting to get up to that point. If he gets over 76 pitches, he has to rest a maximum of 4 days. Now, considering, as a pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Hall close. Now, considering the fact that, he's more than likely not going to pitch anymore in this Classic, and then, they don't have another game until later next week, it should be fine, but at the same time, you have to wonder still how much of a leash he'll have as that misses outside. 2-0 count now. Meanwhile, on the mound for the Pioneers, as the 2-0 pitch is a ball low, 3-0 count now. Jacob Foster, a Mount St. Mary's commit. He'll head to the Mount next season. Ranked 87th in Virginia in his class. That misses out. Oh, no, called strike on the outside black. And it's now a 3-1 count. Excuse me, I take that back. It will not be next year. He's a junior. As that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's one away. But Foster is ranked 87th in the junior class in Virginia. As that ball... Oh, no, actually, I take that back. Apparently, the catcher thought it was strike 3 and started to throw it around, but it was not. It was strike 2, and now Simpson takes ball 4, and he works the walk. So now runners at first and second with nobody out. That'll bring up Burgess Gerganis. But like I was saying, Foster ranked 87th in Virginia in the class of 2023. Considered a high follow prospect. The first pitch to Gerganis is a ball just off the plate outside, and it's a 1-0 count. Gerganis started to go for it, but quickly pulled the bat back. During the non-high school season, Foster plays for Stars Baseball Freeman. The 1-0. Long look over the second, now deals. That pitch swung on and missed for strike 1, and it's 1-1. Foster steps on the rubber, looks for the sign, now gets set. The 1-1. Misses high, 2-1 count now. Two and one, no one out, 4-0 ball game. Patriot took a 4-0 lead in the last half inning. The 2-1 swung on and missed for strike 2, and it's a 2-2 count. Runners on first and second, nobody out. Chiefs trying to score their first runs of the game and try to bounce back from giving up 4 in the last half inning. The pitch swung on and lofted out. Having to jump and getting caught off the bag. Hall thought that was going to drop. Boyd had to leap up to make the catch on the fly, and then Hall got being caught basically at third base when Boyd caught it, and that'll be a double play. And just like that, after it looked like the Chiefs had a chance to get a rally going, that rally looks like it's about to be snuffed out. The first pitch is a called strike right down the heart of the plate, and it's 0-1 to Luke Roop, who's 1 for 1 today with a single. Pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Simpson close. The 0-1 pitch. Changeup got Roop to swing out in front of it. And it's quickly 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Changeup again got Roop to swing out in front of it. And that'll end the inning. So after the Chiefs get 2 runners on the board to start off the inning, they get stranded. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 3 full, it is still 4-0 Patriot here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. New pitcher on the mound for the Chiefs as Alan McCormick comes in to pitch. He'll face off against the top of the order. The first pitch to the leadoff hitter, Max Earhart, is a strike on the high inside corner. And it's 0-1. Give you the numbers for McCormick in just a second, as that pitch is a changeup that misses low. It's a 1-1 count. And a substitution for the Chiefs, as well as Rivera comes in to take over for McCormick at third base. The 1-1 pitch is swung on and grounded into the hole into left field for a base hit. A leadoff single for Earhart, and the Pioneers already looking to threaten again in this inning. Get you the final stat line on Josh Sergow first real quick. He went 3 innings, gave up 4 runs on 5 hits, 2 walks, and 4 strikeouts. And I guess, like I was saying, it looked like I think that pitch count was starting to worry B.I. Alderson a little bit. And he decided to pull the plug on Sergow's evening as a pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Earhart close. Caleb Ramey up to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. That pitch is a strike on the inside black. And it's 0-1. Get you the numbers for Alan McCormick. This is his 9th appearance. Pitched last night as well. Or excuse me, actually I take that back. I was thinking it was McCormick who pitched. It was actually Grayson Simpson who pitched last night as another pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Earhart close. McCormick, this is his 9th appearance, has a 0 ERA, .82 whip, has 6 walks and 19 strikeouts. He's been very effective thus far this season as that ball is hit out into left field again, a line drive into shallow left field in there for a base hit. And 2 batters, 2 base hits, and that will bring up A.J. Shepard. Shepard, one of a few Division I commits for this Patriot team. Actually, officially one of 3 Division I commits as of right now for this Patriot team. And he's definitely the biggest in terms of the size of the school. He's committed to Indiana in the Big Ten. The first pitch to Shepard will not come quite yet. Shepard is the 2nd-ranked catcher and the 12th-ranked overall recruit in Virginia in the class of 2022. He is a senior, so he will be going to Indiana next season, as that pitch is a strike at the knees. And it's 0-1. He's considered the 344th ranked recruit in the nation. And during the non-high school season, he's played for Kane's National New York Mets scout team. So the Mets already looking at him as a pickoff throw over to second base. Again, no one covering, but again, Simpson is able to catch it before it goes out into center field. So kind of interesting, those of you who are Mets fans, if there are anyone up in the tri-state area listening, you may be seeing a future Met right here. Who knows? As that pitch misses high. 1-1 count. Runner on second base. Oh, actually, on that pitch, both runners advanced on defensive indifference. So now runners at second and third with nobody out. And Patriot is looking to score a few more. That pitch is a ball just off the plate. That pitch was actually a called strike, so it's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1 pitch. Misses low in the dirt. Good block by Oxendine there. Shepard thus far this season has been perfect with runners in scoring position, batting a perfect 1,000. The 2-1 pitch. Ball just a little low, and it's a 3-1 count. Sun almost completely set here in North Myrtle Beach. McCormick gets set and fires. That ball is swung on and lofted out into deep center field, ranging back. Again, another ball that I did not think was going to go as far as it did. Hall had to go almost all the way back to the wall to make the catch. And that will be more than deep enough to allow both runners to advance. So that's a sacrifice fly and an RBI for A.J. Shepard. And now it's a 5-0 ball game. As well as driving in the run, it also advances Ramey up to third. So another run is just 90 feet away. That'll bring up Mason Balsis, the cleanup hitter. He has not had an official at-bat yet today. Walked in both of his first 2 plate appearances, and in the second one, came around to score. The first pitch to Balsis is a ball, and it's a 1-0 count. Balsis, another one of those Division I recruits, he is going to Longwood University. The 1-0 pitch, a called strike at the knees, and it's a 1-1 count. Aces are wild, 1 on, 1 out, and a 1-1 count. He is ranked, he is considered a catcher. As that pitch is a strike at the knees, and it's a 0-2 count now. This team has 2 of the top 5 catchers in the state of Virginia on this team. As I mentioned, with Shepard, he's a second-ranked catcher, and that's a called strike 3 on the low inside corner, and there are 2 away. This would be a big bounce back for McCormick. Yes, he gave up a run, but it could have been a lot worse. As I'll bring up Kyle Vandenberg. He's 1 for 2 today with an RBI double and a run scored. But like I was mentioning before, that pitch is swung on and grounded into the hole. A long throw and able to get him. What an amazing throw. Not quite a Jeter-esque, but very close to it. Not quite the jump throw, but Simpson having to throw across his body in the hole, and an outstanding throw to get Vandenberg at first and end the inning. But not before the Pioneers get another run on the board. 1 run on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. After 3.5, 5-0 Pioneers here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Five, 6, 7 due up for the Chiefs as we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. Trace Hall steps into the box. The first pitch to Hall is swung on and missed on some high heat. And it's 0-1. Hall 0 for 1 today, grounded out back to the pitcher to end the first inning, as that pitch is a changeup that misses low. It's a 1-1 count now. The 1-1. Fastball at the knees, 1-2. Trace Hall. The 1-1, the 1-2. Check swing fouled off, and we'll do it all over again at 1-2. Finishing my thoughts from the last half inning, it's very crazy and so interesting that this team has 2 of the top 5 catchers in the state of Virginia in the class of 2022. And, you know, the better one is catching tonight. The other one they just put at the designated hitter spot. That is something that not many schools have the luxury to be able to say, as that ball's fouled off, and we'll do it again at 1-2. But this team has a lot of talent on it, and they're showing it tonight as that pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's one away. That'll bring up Alan McCormick. Jake Foster still out there in his 4th inning of work. The first pitch to McCormick is swung on and missed for strike 1, and it's 0-1. Foster not even close to the number that Surrogat was, only up to 52 pitches. As a bunt, a pop-up right back at Foster. McCormick just could not get that one down and popped it up right about halfway between the pitcher's mound and home plate. And Foster was easily able to make the catch. That'll bring up Izzy May. He's 0 for 1 today, grounded into a 1-4-3 double play in the 2nd inning. The first pitch to May is a called strike at the knees. And it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch. Reached for and chopped over just about in between first base and the pitcher's mound. Getting off of the mound is Foster. He'll flip it over to first base in time for the final out of the inning. So no runs, no hits, no errors, and no one left on base. After 4 full, it is 5-0 Patriot here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. 6-7-8 due up for Patriot as Matthew Boyd steps into the box. The first pitch to Boyd is a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 pitch to Boyd. Got him to reach out in front of it and miss the hack, and it's 0-2. Matthew Boyd, ranked 185th in Virginia, considered a high follow prospect. Plays for Stars Baseball Wilkinson during the offseason as that misses up and in. And it's a 1-2 count. Got away from Oxendine, but with no one on base, no harm, no foul. The 1-2. Swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's one away. That'll bring up Ryan Fivey. He's 2 for 2 today with 2 singles and 2 RBI. Hit a 2-run single in his last at-bat. Ryan Fivey also played for Stars Baseball Wilkinson during the non-high school season, as that's a strike on the outside black. And it's 0-1. Oh, well, as that pitch, a called strike on the inside black, and I believe it's an 0-2 count. The scoreboard says 1-1, but I thought I saw the umpire. Yeah, they're gonna switch it. They accidentally put a ball in instead of a strike, so it's an 0-2 count. That pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. Tipped it into the glove actually, but it's caught by Oxendine for the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down, 2 strikeouts for McCormick. And that'll bring up Hayden Goff. Goff, 1 for 2 today, as that pitch is fouled back. The 0-1 pitch to Goff misses well high and away, and it's a 1-1 count. The 1-1 pitch just misses a little low, and it's now a 2-1 count. The 2-1 pitch misses low, and it's now a 3-1 count. The 3-1. Long look in by McCormick. And now he deals. Misses low, and Goff works a walk. So the walk keeps this inning alive after 2 strikeouts to start off the inning. That brings us to the number 9 hitter, Grady Leonard. Grady Lenahan is considered the number 2 ranked outfielder, ranked 17th overall in Virginia. As the first pitch is a changeup that misses low. It's a 1-0 count. Is considered a top 1,000 prospect in the nation, according to Perfect Game USA. And he played for American 15 under during the offseason. That pitch misses low, and it's a 2-0 count. Sorry for the technical issues there, everyone. But I believe we are back as it's a 2-2 count with one away. That pitch is swung on and fouled off. And we'll do it all over again at 2-2. Luke Group up to the plate currently. 2-2, one away, 5-0. Patriot in the lead here in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And looked like, I'm not sure, I believe that should be called a balk, but no, they're not going to call a balk. Kind of surprising there, as Foster seemed to lose his footing on the mound, started to step up, but then fell off of the rubber. And normally you would think that would be called a balk, but it was not. The 2-2. Called strike 3 right down the heart of the plate, and there are 2 away. That'll bring up Trace Hall, who is 0 for 2 today. And now it looks like that will do it for Jacob Foster. So we'll get a reliever for Patriot when we return here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Nathan Bishop comes in to pitch for Patriot, and he will face off against Trace Hall. Hall 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a strikeout, the first pitch of the ball, and it's a 1-0 count to Hall. The 1-0 pitch will not come as a pickoff throw over to first base, keeping Gerganis close. Final line for Jacob Foster. He goes 5 2/3, giving up no runs on 4 hits. As that pitch is swung on and popped high into shallow center field, will drop in front of Boyd as he was charging in, trying to make the catch, but just could not quite get to it in time. And that will be a 2-out single for Hall. And that will now bring up Alan McCormick. Foster, no runs on 4 hits, 8 strikeouts, 3 walks in his appearance today. 5 2/3 innings pitched. That pitch is a ball just a little low, and it's a 1-0 count. Nathan Bishop comes into this game. This is his second appearance of the season. So 1-0. Strike at the knees, and it's a 1-1 count. has 1 strikeout and has not given up a hit yet this season. So that hit was actually the first hit that Bishop has given up all season long thus far. He's a high follow prospect, according to Perfect Game USA. That ball low in the dirt. 2-1 count now. Or excuse me, 1-1 count. Throws a 78 to 86 mile an hour fastball, 76 mile an hour curveball, 78 mile an hour slider, and a 79 mile an hour changeup. Runners on first and second, 2 away. Chiefs trying to get their first run of the ball game. That pitch is swung on and hit out into left center field. Coming in and making the catch is the left fielder Lenahan, and that will end the inning. So no runs on 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. After 6 fulls, still 5-0 Patriot here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports. Chiefs going deep into their bullpen in this game in the final inning of this one, as Caden Kingston, who has yet to make an appearance on the mound this season, comes in to pitch for his first appearance of the season. The first pitch is a ball low. It's a 1-0 count to Kyle Vandenberg, who is 1 for 3 today with a double, a run, so the called strike at the knees. So it's an 0-1 count. That pitch swung on and fouled back, and it's an 0-2 count. Kingston throws at a sidearm angle. The 0-2 pitch. Another sidearm, and that ball just off the plate a little low. It's a 1-2 count. The 1-2. That ball fouled off. And we'll do it again at 1-2. Kingston just coming in, just trying to hold the Patriot offense to no runs here. Try to keep this deficit at least within semi-striking distance. Still going to be tough, as that pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. And there's 1 away. That'll bring up Matthew Boyd. He's 0 for 3 today. Tried to avoid the hat trick. Currently has 2 strikeouts to his name. And actually, I take that back. It will be a pinch hitter for Patriot. We'll get you his particulars in just a second, as the first pitch is a ball low. It's a 1-0 count. It's Cameron Mahoney. That pitch is swung on and popped out into shallow right center field. And it will be caught by the right fielder Sturgeon. And there are 2 away. Ryan Fivey steps into the box. Fivey's 2 for 3 today with 2 singles and 2 RBI. That pitch, a strike on the low outside corner to the lefty, and it's 0-1. The 0-1 misses a little off the plate up and away, and it's a 1-1 count. And now, players were looking at something. Not sure what exactly, but either way, now we are set here in the top half of the 7th inning. Chiefs trying to just keep the deficit where it's at as the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed. A good fastball on the low outside corner. Got Fivey to chase it, and it's a 1-2 count. The 1-2. That ball's fouled off. And it will remain a 1-2 count. The 1-2. Called strike 3 at the knees. And that will end the inning. So 3 up, 3 down go the Pioneers in the top half of the 7th. Last chance for the Chiefs as we head to the bottom half of the 7th. Down by 5 here on the North Myrtle Beach Chiefs Sports Network. Another new pitcher on the hill for the Pioneers. It will be Matthew Boyd coming in to try to close it out. No save situation for him, but he'll still try to come in to finish off this game. He will face off against the bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 due up as Izzy May steps into the box. The first pitch to May is a strike on the inside block, and it's 0-1. Boyd, this is his 3rd appearance of the season. Has an 0-1 record. That pitch is a called strike that the other side of the press box thought was a little off the plate. But nevertheless, it's an 0-2 count now. Boyd 0-1 record this season. And he's also blown a save as that misses low and inside. 1-2 count now. has a 15.75 ERA, 3 whip. So the Chiefs may be able to get something going off of him as that ball is lined out into straightaway center field, but right at Boyd out in center. Oh, actually, I take that back. Not sure who's out in center now, with Boyd coming in to pitch. But nevertheless, the center fielder makes the catch, and there's one away. That'll bring up Chase Sturgeon. First pitch to Sturgeon is swung on and missed for strike 1. And it's 0-1. Sturgeon 1 for 2 today with a single. Boyd considered a high follow prospect according to Perfect Game USA. That pitch swung on and missed as well. And it's 0-2. Throws an 80 to 84 mile an hour fastball, 62 mile an hour curveball, 68 mile an hour slider. As the 0-2 pitch is swung on and missed. 2 up, 2 down. And the Chiefs are down to their final out. And throws a 76 mile an hour changeup. That'll bring up CJ Oxendine. Oxendine 0 for 2 today. He's trying to avoid the hat trick. Already 2 strikeouts on his ledger thus far. That's a changeup that misses low. It's a 1-0 count. The 1-0 misses outside, 2-0 count. The 2-0. That ball's fouled back, 2-1 count. If you're just joining us, the Patriot Pioneers scored 3 runs in the 3rd inning, and then scored 1 each in the 4th, and actually, they scored 4 runs in the 3rd inning and then 1 run in the 4th inning, and that's how they got to their 5-0 lead, as that's a check swing. Oxendine did not go around, so he works the walk. So the Chiefs keep their hopes alive, keep the game alive with the 2-out walk. That brings us back to the top of the order, and Chance Hall. He's 1 for 3 today with a single. The first pitch to Hall. Misses low, gets away from Shepard at the plate. That wild pitch allows Oxendine to move up to second. So a runner in scoring position with 2 away for the Chiefs. The 1-0 pitch, long look in by Boyd. Now gets set. The 1-0. Swung on and grounded over to the second baseman. Fielded by Ramey and thrown on to first base in time for the final out of the inning. And that will do it here in Little River. Final score 5-0. Chiefs lose their 2nd game and are currently 0-2 in the Mingo Bay Classic. Not sure exactly how the bracket is working. I know there is the potential of, I know there is a 4th game that will be played on Thursday no matter what, but I would have to assume that these 2 losses all but assure that the Chiefs will not repeat as champions of the Mingo Bay Classic this season. So once again, final score 5-0. Chiefs lose to Patriot Pioneers. We'll be back here tomorrow when the Chiefs face off against Newburgh Free Academy. That game will also be at 6:30 with the pregame show maybe starting at 6:15 again, like it was this evening, with a game being played ahead of us. There may be some delay on the pregame. We'll have to wait and see. But be sure to join us then. Once again, final score 5-0. Chiefs lose to Patriot.